So I guess if we needed to unravel the mystery about Elon Musk and why he hates USAID and why he wants to shut it down, apparently, as we know, he's Mr. Apartheid Ken. He is a racist. He's a white nationalist. He's probably an illegal immigrant and should be deported and with a pit stop at Gitmo because he's now an international criminal. And remember, Trump said the illegals, undocumented folks who are criminals, they get to go to Gitmo. Okay, they're probably never going to get out. It's now a concentration camp. But that's probably where Elon Musk needs to go. So the history of this is, as the Cold War was winding down the 80s, there was a focus now. The international aid community was looking to their attention turned to apartheid of the regime in South Africa. And it was U.S. policy to help break that up. And USAID was part of that. And remember, Elon Musk's grandparents were Nazis, not just Nazi sympathizers. They were Nazis. He has all the trimmings and all the accoutrements where it's very easy to associate him with this and call him a Nazi. The Nazi salute twice was not an accident. He is very much at least a sympathizer, but probably a full-on Nazi. And he hated the fact that everybody wanted to break up the apartheid regime in South Africa, which he and his family loved. I mean, this is the only way they were able to get rich, right? He doesn't create anything. Elon Musk has never created anything or invented anything. He's become the richest man in the world um, on the backs of other people and by playing dirty. Okay. That's usually how most of these billionaires get there anyway. I mean, we know the history of Facebook. If you've ever seen the movie, you know what Mark Zuckerberg did. He's kind of a little shit. So now we know that Elon Musk has his personal vendetta because he and his family really, really hated all this opposition to the apartheid regime, which worked out just great for them. And so he wants to do the same thing here in the United States. But he's now a criminal. He and his goons, which we now know is a group of guys that are between the ages of 19 and 24, just teenagers. They don't have any legal authority or constitutional authority to go into our government agencies and break into our computers and download our personal information. Elon Musk is not supposed to be doing this, but these kids are sending emails to USAID employees saying, don't come to work today, work from home. And they're going in doing God knows what. This is something that is set up by Congress. Trump cannot have his goons, be it Elon Musk or anybody else, just go in and start cutting things and getting rid of it. Because this is a congressional action. You have to have, I mean, it was set up by Congress. You can't do it. And yet it's happening. So finally, we had Democrats that stepped up, actually went to the building and were kept out. Okay. It is clear that it's going to take something much, much more than us just being angry to stop this criminality and this raping and raiding and pillaging of our country. And it's happening very quickly. And this is apparently what the tech bros like to do. They like to go in and create all this chaos and everything and do it really quickly and destroy things. And that's how, they get their way. And that's exactly what's happening now. I don't know how we stop it short of something very, very drastic, of course. So we have some, the courts can do something. Obviously, the DOJ, because it is under the control of Trump, obviously, they're not going to do anything. They're not going to arrest Elon Musk. They need to. But I do think that there's probably, I'd like to have our legal eagles talk about this a little bit. There has to be a way for some of our state governments, local governments, DC governments to arrest these people. They have to be breaking some kind of state crimes. When you look at our social security numbers and being now downloaded, presumably if Elon Musk doesn't like something you tweet, he can just make sure that you don't get your check that month. And there won't be anything you can do about it. What can you do about it? They can go into your bank account now and do whatever they want. They can wipe you out and there won't be anything we can do about it. They have access to everything now, everything. And I think we should accept the fact that they plan on doing it. We saw what they did when just boom, with the flip of a switch, they were able to shut down the portals, the Medicaid portals in all 50 states with no warning, no congressional action, nothing. Just did it. Elon Musk, elected to nothing, confirmed by to nothing. I don't think that anything short of an arrest is going to stop this monster. And he is in violation of the Constitution and many laws. But if our federal government is now criminal, is run by a criminal, a felon, is now staffed by criminals, they've been taking criminal action since day one. Um, it's going to have to be done at the state level by courts. Now we have a judge that is, putting a stop to the freezing of some of this stuff. They're probably going to be able to extend that, just an injunction on it. And I think that that's what we're going to have to do. Now, apparently, Elon Musk is now some sort of a special government employee where he can serve for, it looks like about half a year and do, I don't know, all kinds of mischief. So this is not something that we can let go of. We have to get our footing. We've been shell shocked. We haven't gotten our sea legs yet, but now we know this is serious. There's also a snapshot, a screenshot of a tweet by him, and I haven't found the original because I don't go looking for Elon Musk tweets. But apparently, he's saying anybody who criticizes the Trump administration will be banned from Twitter. I've also seen where he's threatened to have people arrested. So he now is very comfortable making threats to have people arrested when he has zero authority to do any of it. That should scare the hell out of all of us. Okay? That should scare the hell out of all of us. The other thing, as I mentioned in, I think in a briefer video, one of the shorts that I've done here on YouTube, was that so Canada, the premier of Ontario, I guess he said that they are now canceling all of the Elon Musk Starlink contracts, like $100 million. And certainly Elon Musk could have anticipated this once he and Trump started, say we're launching trade wars and economic warfare against our neighbors to the north, our allies, our neighbors to the north. And so he certainly knew this was going to happen and doesn't seem to care, because whatever he has planned is going to be so personally, financially beneficial to him. Obviously, already he's doing this with illegal and unconstitutional methods, which that's not going to stop because he knows he can get away with it. And he is, unless state courts, state judge, state AG, somebody has to arrest him. He's in violation of God knows how many laws. Find them and arrest him. That's what has to happen. And his goons, these teenagers, the 19 to 24-year-olds. Just because they work for him doesn't mean it's okay. They are sending out emails in their names telling government employees not to come to work. Basically, they are posing as a government official, and they are none of these things. So multiple laws are being broken by Elon Musk and his flying monkeys. So there has to be some justice left in this country, or something can be done at the state levels, because all of our it's a federal agency, obviously, but it deals with states, and we all live in different states. There's got to be a way, and I'm hoping that we come up with it soon, because he has to be stopped. He is not going to stop on his own. The fact that he's so confident doing this, like I said, he doesn't care that Canada and Ontario's canceled Starlink, because whatever he's got up his sleeve to help him and Trump financially at our expense is apparently so huge that Twitter doesn't matter to him. Starlink doesn't matter to him. Think about that. Think about that. And don't for a minute think that Elon Musk cares about the United States of America and just wants to do good. He doesn't. He's a criminal. He's a liar. He's creepy. Okay? He's a racist. And he needs to be stopped. He needs to be stopped. So I'm over on Blue Sky. If he wipes me out on Twitter, where he has I went from about 250,000 followers down to now 215 because of Musk. I've got about 117,000 over at Blue Sky. Um, so I don't think that we should be afraid of him. If he's going to cherry pick and kick people off Twitter, we do have other places to go. But yes, Elon Musk is one of he's the most dangerous person to this country right now, and probably in my lifetime. And we can't pretend that it's not happening. We can't pretend that it's going to be okay. And if you notice, if you are on Twitter, there are no actual real people defending him and those 5 kids he has breaking the law for him. Nobody. Only the paid goons, the ones that, Fox News or, the Alex Jones, the people that make their money this way, that get rich by playing the fools. The people who are paid to do this, basically, they're defending him and Trump. And then Elon Musk has all of these bots and trolls. I mean, I'm just getting deluged with this just crap, calling me the C word. These fake accounts that have 12 followers. And they have a blue check, which means somebody's paying for it. But these are manufactured fake bot accounts that Elon Musk has on Twitter to pump up him, to pump up Trump. There are no real MAGA people doing this. First of all, the stupid MAGA, the ones that go to the rallies and that sort of thing, they're not on Twitter. They might be on Facebook, but they've never been on Twitter. Most of MAGA Twitter has been manufactured. We know when it started in 2015, 2016, it was Putin, it was Russia. But now it is Elon Musk. Okay? It is all fake. And what you must do is you can change who can reply. After a time, I just cut them off. If you're not following me, you don't get to reply. You can quote tweet me, but again, they don't have any followers of their own. So to do a quote tweet, that means it's their own original tweet. But that means that really only their followers are going to see it, and they don't have any followers. So that's why they reply on our tweets, to access our followers. So if you engage, then you're done. So on Twitter, hide reply and then block them. If you only block them, all your followers still see them and can engage. And you're the only one that can't see them. So again, when you hide replies, it means no one else can see them. So Elon is having the bots reply to your tweets. But if you hide their reply and then block them, they literally suffocate. There's no one, they can't leech onto your followers, because remember, they don't have any on their own. On Blue Sky, because they've started to infiltrate over there, first you block them, then you hide their replies. Actually, I don't know if it matters the order that you do it, but but you can do it there too. If you simply block them, you have your followers that are going to see their reply and engage them, and then they're leeching off you. They're feeding off of your followers, because again, they are fake. They don't have followers on their own. So it's best to hide their reply. It's better to hide the replies than to even block them. And you don't have to cut off all the replies if you don't want to for your tweets. What I do is if you follow me, you can reply. But none of these Twitter bots and trolls are going to be doing that, because that takes more work. It's just, they're fake. You've got some person managing a whole bunch of them, or they're put out there, by some app or whatever. It's not real. It's made up. So don't get too upset that there's all these MAGA and pro Elon people. If you notice, if I put something, for example, on Twitter, that's kind of an esoteric thing where you have to have some knowledge in it of the subject matter, and all of a sudden there's hundreds or 1,000 of these fake MAGA pro Elon Twitter bots that have all this knowledge and they're pulling all this stuff out, but they have 7 followers. It's not real. It's just some losers, traders in a basement somewhere being paid to just generate all of this stuff. And I was hearing about this as early as it was 2016, or maybe it was even 2015 or early 2016, when I was being attacked and defamed, and then Trump had me hacked after that, the whole 9 yards. Had me catfished. I was told by somebody who at that time Didn't think Trump would win. He was tight with people in that world, Roger Stone and whatnot, but he was acting like he wasn't a Trumper. And maybe at that point in time, he was, finger in the air to see which way the wind was blowing. It's Arthur Schwartz, by the way. I'll give you his name because he went on to work for Don Jr. and for Bannon and Scaramucci and all these kind of people. He's just one of these political whores that'll, latch on to anybody. He's the one that told me that he had been told about some kind of thing. A lot of them were in Colorado, but like some big secret room, like one big room where you just had a bunch of guys sitting there pumping out all these fake tweets and all these fake Twitter accounts. We weren't calling them bot farms yet. He likened, I think the term he used, he goes kind of like a phone bank thing where but it's fake. And it was done to generate fake support. And I think that's happened when in 2015, when the media was having their fun and then they thought, okay, now we're done with him. And there was, like 15, 16 people running the Republican primary. And it was Roger Ailes who made the determination, okay, we're done with Trump. We've had our fun. Now we'll kill him. We'll get rid of him now. And then that's when Megyn Kelly went out and actually when she was being a real journalist then at the debate, and she called Trump out, questioned him about him calling women dogs and pigs and some of his sexist remarks and the way he treats women. And apparently that was when Roger Ailes had decided, okay, time to push this Donald Trump guy out of the field. And they were friends. So at first, they did his bidding because it was fun for a while. But then even Roger Ailes was like, okay, enough. Well, apparently Roger Ailes changed his tune when they were just gobsmacked by the response of what they thought were Fox News viewers. And it was really the fake bots and trolls. Okay? Because at that early stage, Trump had some fans and everything, but he didn't have this MAGA cult base. It was fake. But it scared Roger Ailes enough where he's like, okay, looks like we got to engage. And of course we know. And then we know what CNN did. We know what Jeff Zucker did. He loved it. He was Trump's little buddy. He greenlit The Apprentice for Trump when he was head of entertainment at NBC. And then Trump says that he then helped him get the job at CNN. And remember, when Trump wanted me gone, and I'd been on TV like 1,500 times, Fox News, CNN, but I was criticizing Trump. And I knew what I was talking about. And I was banned. So when people act surprised that Trump has been doing this stuff, he's been doing it all along. But no one came to my rescue. No one stuck up for me. They just all went along with it. So we can't act like this is new and we're so surprised. There is no reason for anybody to be shocked or surprised by this. Look at what Elon Musk is doing. It is shocking. And we're standing here watching it. It is against the Constitution. It is against the law. This is a coup. He is the enemy and he is attacking us. He can now have access to your bank, to your money. Do you realize that? If Elon Musk decides that he doesn't want you to get your Social Security check this month, he'll make sure you don't get it. And there will be no red tape to go through because they've fired all these people. The only thing you can do is make sure that your Republican elected officials and your Democrats, but especially the Republicans, because they're the ones we need to really work on, that they know that they're going to have to face you and their constituents and your local media, get everybody involved, and don't let up. Remember, that Republican majority in the House is very, very slim. They can't afford to lose seats. You let them know they work for you. They don't work for Elon Musk. They don't work for Donald Trump. They work for you. Make sure they know it daily, weekly, every town hall. If they don't have town halls, you go to your newspaper and your local radio and you get a group of people. You say, why aren't they talking to us? And then you show up at their district offices, which you're allowed to do as a constituent and should, and try and get a meeting. If you can't get a meeting with the member of Congress, not a staffer, with your member of Congress, with your senator, then you make sure that people know. You get that on camera so you know that you've been turned away and you're a voter and a taxpayer and a citizen and a constituent. Make sure they know they work for you, that you are their boss. Elon Musk is not their boss. Members of Congress work for you. It is your tax dollars that pay them. Just please remember that.